Girls, today we will continue our chapter 11, that is Introduction of the Set. So today we will continue our 11.1 set is a part 2 of our set. What is the elements of the set? When we talking about the element, actually we are define them according to the certain characteristic. Each of the element must be satisfy the condition of the set that is defined. Like for example, set A, local fruit in Malaysia. If I give you some of the fruits showing in here, the first one is durian, second one will be the apple, third is the star fruit, and the fourth is the grapes. So, by using these four diagrams showing, can you tell me which one is the local fruit in Malaysia? Please remember, the elements that you define must according to the certain characteristic. And now the characteristic that I need is the local fruit in Malaysia. Well, I think students have already have your answer. Let's check your answer. The first, we check about the local fruits. That one will be the durian and star fruit. Next, the non-local fruit in Malaysia will be the apples and the grapes. So after we have identified the elements according to the characteristic, so how do we present our answer on the paper by using the symbols? Well, the durian, since the durian and the star fruit is the local fruit of Malaysia, hence durian and star fruit is the element of set A. These symbols is used to represent an element of the set. So when you want to represent your answer, which these are the elements regarding for this characteristic, and this is the elements in this set, so you can use this symbol. So can you give the example of the apples and grapes? Now I think apples and the grape is not the local fruit of the Malaysia, hence apple and grapes is not an element of the A. The using as the symbol that I'm using here is not an element. So these symbols actually is called as a epsilons. But when we define our answer, we will usually use the word is an element of. Next, let's try and questions and check your understanding. Given that the P is the x of the multiple of 3 and the requirement of the x is less than 10, more than 10 and less than 0, 30. So, what is your understanding about the multiple of 3? Multiple of 3 actually is the 3 times with 3 and how many times that we already have multiples on that 3, which means we can say is the gandaan tiga. So the characteristic already listed. Please complete each of the following by using the symbol. Either is an element or is not an element. So this is the questions. I have the I have the numbers of 12, 23, 19, and 15. So is that a element inside the set P? So what should I do to confirm the answer? Can I complete the symbol without list out all the elements involved? Can you answer the question without checking the elements which sit inside the set P? I think cannot. So what do we do now? The first step, we will determine the element which contain in the set P. Since they already tell us they want the multiple 3, which more than 10 and less than 30. So this is my numbers inside the set P. 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 27. So by list out all the elements inside the set P, now girls, can you answer the questions? Can you identify which of the symbols that you have to fill inside the blank? I think all of you already have the answer. So now I hope you can try your questions on the textbook and then please check your answer from the answer sheet. Now, we move to another title. How do you determine the numbers of the elements of the set? The numbers of the elements in the set A can be represented by the notation. We're using the small letter n. In the bracket, we're putting the set name, which is the set A in this sentence. So, the number of the elements we will represent by using the small letter n. How do we determine the numbers of the elements of the set? Well, I give you this diagram. You can see a lot of the Malaysian dish on the diagram. So if I need you to list out in set A, which is the type of the Malaysian dish, how many dish can you recognize on that diagram? Well, I think the answer is 9 because all the diagrams shown in above are the Malaysian dish. So how do we represent my answer? I will write in this way. Hence, n of set A is equals to 9. Alright, before you answer the question, you can list out all the elements in the set so that the number of the elements in the set can be determined. Which means if you cannot determine the elements, you won't able to determine the number of the elements included. Let's see the example now. Given that the P letters in the word mathematic, find the numbers of the set P, the numbers of the elements of the set P. So before I answer my question, I got 3 steps actually. Step 1, I will list out all the elements included in the set P. After that, I will determine the number of the elements that are already listed. Finally, I will write my answer in the notation way. So I think all of you already have the answer. Let's check the answer. The answer is 6. The letters that involved in the set, which means the elements involved in the set is M, A, T, E, I, and K. We only have 6 letters which involve. The letters which is repeated is not going to list out 2 times. Okay, girls, so I think you already know how to answer the question about the element of and also the number of the elements. So you can try the questions on your textbook. Now, we move to another part. What is the equality of the set? When we're talking about the equality, actually there are the simple words that can be represented, which is the same. They are the same. So how the set can be in the equality? We look at the examples. If I give you 3 set now, set A, K, A, I, N. Set B, N, A, I, K. Set C, I, K, A, N. Can you tell all the elements which inside the set A, B, and C are the same? Yes. After that, we have noticed actually the elements are the same but is not in the accordingly. So all of them actually have the letters A, I, N, and K. So that's why we will say, as a conclusion, A is equals to B is equal to C. Therefore, set A, B, and C are the equal set. So this is how you define the equality of the set. If 2 of the set or more than 2 of the set have the same elements included, so we can say they have the equality of the set, or we can say they are the equal set. But if they are not an equal set, so symbols not equal to can be used. So girls, I think you can start your lesson by doing your homework. Please refer your textbook. Okay, that's all for today. I think everyone already have the info about the elements, number of elements, and also the equality of set. See you next time. Bye.